Hello and welcome to this video on the uses and effects of nanosilver. Nanosilver is small particles of silver in the order of times 10 to the minus 9 of a meter or a nanometer. These nanoparticles have strong antimicrobial properties, which means that they can neutralize the bacteria that causes bad smells and disrupt bacteria that causes infections in wounds. Many brands have begun adding silver nanoparticles to underwear and workout clothes. It is also used in wound dressings and is found on spoons and other cutlery, which means you ingest a reasonable amount of silver nanoparticles, which are shed from the spoon. Silver has a few methods of action relating to its antimicrobial properties. Firstly, silver nanoparticles have the ability to anchor to cell walls and penetrate it, causing a change in the permeability of the cell membrane, leading to the death of the cell through a process called cell lysis. Furthermore, the release of silver ions can interact with thiol groups of many vital enzymes and inactivate them, preventing the microbe's method of action from working. This is why silver nanoparticles are used on clothing fibres and bandages, as it disrupts the microbes that cause horrible smells or harmful bacteria that can cause infections in the wounds. The use of silver in nanoparticle form reduces the toxicity while the effectiveness is unchanged. A study by Ben and Westerhoff, who examined several different types of sock which contain silver nanoparticles, demonstrated that fabrics release much of the silver contained in them during even a single wash cycle. This silver could cause underdevelopment and even death of fish and fish spawn, and the silver can also be ingested by a fish through the gills, which can cause bioaccumulation in the liver, which shows that silver can get into the bloodstream of the fish, which can also cause further complications. Moreover, the introduction of silver nanoparticles to water supplies can affect the microbes responsible for decomposition of plant and animal matter, further affecting the nutrient cycle of the lake or the river in question. This is through the same method of action as described earlier, but this has an environmental impact and disrupts the natural cycle of the water system in question. Argyria is a condition which causes a blue tint to the skin caused by excessive exposure to high concentrations of silver. It is common amongst silver miners, but is becoming apparent that people who consume colloidal silver solutions, which is a solution of silver nanoparticles in liquid, which is taken as a dietary supplement, are also likely to develop this condition. It can also be localized. For example, silver-containing eye drops are quite popular, but that can cause the eyes and surrounding areas to discolor if used inappropriately or excessively, as seen in the credit pictured above. Argyria is irreversible, meaning that the skin will have a permanent blue tinge. Argyria supposedly has no long-term side effects, but there hasn't been much research into the effects of silver nanoparticles or silver in general on the human body. To summarize, the use of nanosilver has a very broad spectrum in everyday life. It is used in clothing, medical, and many other applications due to its antimicrobial nature. Silver genuinely causes no harm to humans, apart from excessive exposure which can cause blue tinting of the skin, argyria, as explained in previous slides. Although it is non-toxic to humans, there is evidence to suggest that nanosilver is toxic to aquatic life, causing a need for further research. Unfortunately, the positive antimicrobial effects of nanosilver may negatively affect a water supply, as it can attack the useful microbes such as those involved in decomposition and change the natural path that a water system wants to take, which leads to a change in the nutrient system. I hope you found this presentation effective and useful. Thank you for listening.